pigeons. But for now, we hope that the track stays dry. We'll get the best performance out of the cars if it does, and it's a big if.
It's a lottery, isn't it? Because for us, I think mixed conditions make things exciting. It puts different drivers in different positions that you might not see them in otherwise. But what all of these guys want, so what these guys want on the grid is they want great conditions now and then for them to get terrible so the track slows down. But ultimately, if you ask them in advance, what they all want really is consistency so that you don't end up with the worst of the conditions should it rain now and then dry up again, for example.
So here we go with Heat 3, 5 cars in a 5-lap race. And of course, those looking for a better position, more points and a faster time will go first. The quickest men will come right at the end of proceedings. In this first race, we have Baumanis, Gagacki, Moser, O'Donovan, Christiansen, and the management of the towers. As you can see, the drops of rain starting to appear on one or two of the windows and windscreens of the cars will become the key tactic and an important play. So in pole position, Baumanis. Gagacki is in P2, Moser 3, O'Donovan 4, Christiansen in P5 on the outside. Look for the 4 red lights, then it's green for go. Baumanis, the big favourite here. It is a good start for Baumanis. Gagacki goes with him, and it looks like Gagacki has got the lead, but the launch from the outside. Stefan Christiansen, now Gagacki goes through, and it's really hectic going into 1 and 2. Oh.
Disaster for Yannis Baumanis, though, just didn't get away from the grid as he hoped to do. Eric Ferrin standing just the other side of this wall in the spotters tower as Christiansen has a spin in quite a strange place on the top of the first jump here in Holjes. Look how greasy the circuit is, though. It is actually raining now. You can see how hard it is for these cars to get the traction. That's Holly O'Donovan leading Baumanis at the moment, but it's Gagacki up front, the Polish driver. The rain is actually starting to fall. Look at the understeer he's got coming through the right-hander before the jump. You can see the surface is glistening now. This is really challenging conditions.
The heavens have opened and the devil plays, because these conditions are not what the drivers were expecting. They're all on dry tyres, none of them are on wets. Gagacki leads O'Donovan, he's driving brilliantly with Baumanis all over his tail.
Such interesting conditions. Look at the dust coming up on the loose section. So it hasn't rained enough yet to make the loose dry. Baumanis is looking to the right-hand side of O'Donovan. Can't find a way through there. Ollie runs a little bit deep on the way and gets the Proton stopped on the curb. Look at the deflection in the suspension, clipping that curb through the right-hander. Now Baumanis is going to go for the cutback. Oh, but listen to how slow. Listen. Normally they'd be buried on the throttle there, getting all of the wheels gripping into the tarmac. All of these dry tyres, they're on dry tyres at this moment in time. Look, it's properly raining now on the windscreen of the Peugeot. Hard landing for Gagacki on the nose of the Ford Fiesta. These are so... Look how slow they are.
Gagacki still leads, O'Donovan is second, Baumanis is third. It's whoever can control the car in these increasingly difficult conditions. It's getting wetter, it's getting slicker, more and more difficult for the European RX-1. O'Donovan goes for the Joker. That could be a very interesting tactic from the Irish driver, who drops from second right out the back to 4th position.
He's lost out to Moser, who took the Joker on the first lap. That could well be just because the Joker's that little bit more slippy, but he's on the back of the Fiesta now. Baumanis really struggling in these conditions. Having a look down at what tyres they're on. Baumanis is on old tyres. In theory, those old tyres should be a bit better than those in the race who are on brand new rubber. O'Donovan and Moser are amongst them, because you've got to get the releasing agent off the tyre, and that's very difficult to do when there's so little grip. But Baumanis not really having things all his own way. Gagacki's driving well up front, isn't he? Very, very patient on the throttle. You can hear on the onboard just how gentle you've got to be, letting all of that 600 brake horsepower down onto the road.
And O'Donovan's making no progress on Moser in 3rd and 4th position. Gagacki on the Joker predictor looks to have this, but Baumanis, who is 7th after the 2 legs, and Gagacki 11th. could reverse those positions in this third heat.
This is a nightmare though, because these guys are on the wrong tyres. I'm hearing from the pre-grid that the other guys are changing to wet tyres. You can only do that when it's been declared a wet race. That's clearly what has happened from the event stewards. So now the guys in the later races will be allowed to run on wet tyres, and that could make a massive difference.
Baumanis is all over the tail of Gagacki. Baumanis just waiting for the Polish driver to let things slip, make that small mistake. Look at this now, the Latvian right on the tail, but he's running out of laps and he's running out of track time here. He's got a couple of opportunities to try and steal this before the closeout.
This is Gagacki's day of days, to be beating Yanis Baumanis hands down in a race like this, to keep your composure. A fantastic job from the Polish driver. Yanis will be frustrated, but ultimately he did make the start he needed to do. If Martin can hang on for just another couple of corners, listen, it's so slippery. Now he's got a bit more confidence where the grip is. Martin runs a little bit wide down the hill, but Baumanis gets out of the throttle, not to run into the rear of the Fiesta. 2 corners to go.
Baumanis still takes it. Baumanis makes the move, off the jump together, neck and neck, and Baumanis takes the lead, but Baumanis spins. Gagacki touches the tail, and it's Gagacki that takes it. Oh, what a finish! A really brilliant drive from all 5 out there. Completely the wrong tyres for the conditions. But Gagacki just holds off Baumanis. I'm sure that will go to the stewards' room, but wow, Gagacki, Baumanis, Moser, O'Donovan, Christensen out the back. And look at this frenetic work in the pre-grid and the paddock as tyres are being changed, and changed at a rapid pace.
You won't be changing your tyres if you're in one of the very last races, because you still don't. Has it stopped raining? Stick my hand out the commentary box window. Yes, it's stopped raining again now. Look how dry it is under the cars in pre-grid, so you can see it's only just been raining. Fascinating stuff. But Martin Gagacki, the race winner, is down with Molly.
Marcin, I guess that last move in the last corner might be up for discussion, but a great job anyway.
Yeah, it's great job on this race. Last corner, yes, I little put Baumanis. When I push brake, I have a very spin, and I think it's good race. I still was first, and 2 last corner was too slow. But I'm happy, and pozdrawiam moich kibiców z Polski I moją rodzinkę na trybunach. Buziaki. Thank you. Bye.
Understandably, Gagacki very excited. Hal, talk us through this one in the slow-mo replay.
Yeah, we didn't quite see what happened there off the start for Baumanis. That's Christensen getting a bit out of shape. We didn't see him spin. Oh, now we're riding on board into turn 2. He's going to go side by side with O'Donovan. O'Donovan's just going for the gap there, and they've had some side-by-side contact. Look how slippery it is. The rain got worse through the race. This was the joker on the final lap. This is the moment that Molly was referencing in the interview, and Gagacki's got the wheels off that, but he's just rolled back out of the brake there, and the wheels started turning, but I don't think he really got in the throttle. Now we're riding on board with Baumanis. His wipers aren't being particularly effective there. I think Baumanis will be frustrated with that, but I think Gagacki can't be held too responsible in that it's so hard to find your braking point in that corner anyway. Be interested to see what the stewards think about it, and there in the background O'Donovan and Moser were having a battle between themselves as well. Be interesting to see